Hi everyone. Oh, finally got back with the next part of the journal. So, what have I done? I've not really done anything to it because I want to show all you guys each stage. However, while I was waiting on my phone charging there, all I did was added in this piece of card to the back page, the inside of the back page. I added in this little pocket, and this is just a die cut pocket. I added in this piece of card and I cut out the sewing machine from the paper pad. You remember we're using, oops, if I can get this out, the Chic Vintage, or Vintage Chic. So we're using that. So I just cut out the toppers from the page. And I put on the sewing machine, and I've got a few of the other ones cut out that I'm going to put throughout the journal. And you remember on the last page I had, part, I had glued on this pocket. So I'm going to make tags and ephemera and things. That won't be on this part. Now, what we're going to do today is, the first thing I'm going to do is bind the journal in. And then I'm going to use this fabric glue, which I've found to be amazing. I fell in love with it. This is £1.50 or £1.49 from the range, and it's brilliant for putting on lace and fabrics and all sorts. So I'm going to be using that to put my lace on the sides of my pages. Now you can sew them in, and sometimes I do. I mainly use my sewing machine. I've just noticed a wee bit here that's a wee bit rough. Use the sewing machine for sewing the ephemera in. Sometimes I do use it for sewing the lace onto the pages. However, today, because of the type of lace that I'm using, and I'll show you that in a second, I'm not going to use the sewing machine because it's very fine. I'm just going to use the glue. I tend to use the sewing machine if it's like either thicker lace without any, you know, like this one's got lots of pieces missing in it. So I usually use it if it's a whole piece without any of this netting in it, or if it's crochet lace. Okay, so let's do this first of all. Move all these wee bits out of the way. So first of all, what I want to do is make sure that I have all my wee bits and pieces in the place that I want them to be. So the doily, I just want that kind of halfway up the page, because once this goes in and once it's bound in, you can't change it. So I'm making sure that everything is right where I want it to be. This can move up a wee bit more into the middle. The bag can move slightly up as well. Oh, that definitely can move up. I want that up a bit. Okay. I added in this printout that I had, and it's just a printout of some vintage Victorian sewing scissors. So I've added that in. Oh, that reminds me. I found, what did I do with them? I had them here 2 seconds ago somewhere. Here they are. I found this paper in my stash. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, probably not, but it's a shimmery paper. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got like a, I'm not sure if this is Crafter's Companion or not, but it's gorgeous. But I want to add a couple of sheets of it in, because it's a really nice colour and it matches the journal. So we'll see where we want to put that in. Just making sure everything is, that one's okay, I quite like that, but that is like that there, that one's in the right place. that one's fine. We'll add in a sheet of this here. This gives us more writing space, and it's absolutely beautiful paper. Make sure that one's down a bit. Membership card, I want to be up there. That fold out, and then I'm going to put in this other sheet here. That one's okay. That one's okay. And that one's okay. Okay, so then we'll pick it all up, squeeze it all together, and then, wait a minute, just let me make sure that it's all squeezed in nice and tight where I want it. So this is going to end up quite a fat journal once it's all embellished, but I think it's going to be beautiful. So then just roughly put it so that you've got the same space at the top as what you have at the bottom on your cover. Make sure when you close it, you're going to have plenty of space, which I am. Then go back to the centre, grab it like this, and then what I do is just get a wee bulldog clip and hold it there like that, and just squeeze it on, get another bulldog clip and do the same on this side. Okay, now you can do your binding with elastic. You can do it with, for this kind of book I wouldn't, for your TNs I would do it with elastic actually, but with this you can do it with baker's twine, but I'm going to do it with ribbon because it's a sewing journal and I think that'll look nice. So let me just grab some ribbon. Okay, I think we'll use this one. I did have another one. Oh, wait a minute, I might have found it. Oh, I have. I'll actually put that one back because that one's not even been opened. So, this is just satin ribbon, Craft Sensation satin ribbon. And I really like this colour here. It's a beautiful olive green colour. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. So, I'm going to take the length of that. Now, I would say, now I always take off too much, but, say one, my gosh, wait a minute. About 3 lengths worth of your book. And that'll be way too much. You'll have a bit left over, but I'd rather do it bigger because there's nothing worse than doing your binding and finding it that your ribbon's no long enough. And then you have to start again. So I'll just wind this up. Like so. Pop that. Oh my goodness. That's the only thing I didn't like about the ribbons. Because when they're all different lengths, then it's hard to wind it up. Right. Now, the way I do this, I've got the Crop-A-Dile, the We Are Memory Keepers Crop-A-Dile Big Bite 2. So I use this. However, if you don't have one of these, what you can do is put an old book underneath here, pop it on top, use your poke tool and just poke it all the way through and make your holes. However, I find that this is so much easier. I put it on the small punch hole because you've got one that's 3/16 and you've got one that's 1/8. I take it to the 1/8, squeeze my book in again. Put it through, and you want one to make one of your holes about 1 inch for the top. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's okay. I thought it had slipped out there, but it's not. About 1 inch for the top. Okay, just try and make sure it's in the centre. Okay, and go for that. And then you want one that's roughly in the middle. and then turn it round and do another one roughly an inch from this end. Just make sure that it's right in. Okay, and roughly an inch from this end. Right, pop that to the side. I got that for £10 from a de-stash sale a couple of, I think it was last year, and it's absolutely brilliant. I swear by it. You could also do it with one of these single hole punches that you get. They're cool as well. Right, so I'm just going to put my poke tool through it and poke out any of the wee bits that are left in. And take these away. Now, because I want my string to be on the outside of my cover, because I like dangling wee charms and things from it. Some people like having it on the inside and having it like a bookmark, but I like doing it this way. So what I need to do is start from the back, take my ribbon and go through one of the holes at the end. I'm just using my poke tool to poke it through the hole, and then the same at this end. Try and keep it so that it's not twisted. It just looks nicer once it's tied. And then obviously there is absolutely tons of ways to do this, guys. This is just the way that I've found it the easiest. I didn't look at any tutorials on binding or things. I did for like doing the hidden, you know, when you're doing albums. But for this, I just kind of make up my own and just tie it anyway. I used to do 4 holes, and now I've changed it to 3. So whatever way you want to do it, but this is just the way that I do it. I know there is lots and lots of tutorials out there on binding. I just find this the easiest. So then take it back through the middle one, and both of them are going through your middle one on the inside. Just push it through like that, and turn it over and pull it through like that. So then you've got them both coming out the same hole. Now let me just check in the middle that it's not too twisted or anything like that. That looks fine. That's how it will end up looking in the middle, so it's nice and neat. You can put that inside an envelope if you want to, but this case I haven't. So just give it a wee pull, and then you'll notice if they're both on the same side, tuck one under so that it's on the opposite side, and then you've got your, can you see that? You've got your ribbon running down the centre. You've got one end coming out this side, one end coming out that side. Pull it tight, not too tight because you don't want to burst your pages on the inside, and then just put one knot and then another knot, and I always do 3 just to make sure that it's done. Take your bulldog clips off. Now, because it is newly bound, it will want to pop up all the time. That will go, the more you play with your book, the more you open and close it. But basically, that is your book bound in to your cover. That's looking pretty cool. Now I'm going to put a charm on that, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause you for a second because I need to go down and stir my spaghetti for dinner. Okay, so we'll fix that on. We'll fix the charm shortly, but let's decide which pages. Now I don't know. First of all, actually, let me have a wee look at this fabric. So, because it's got a bit in the middle and then 2 thinner bits, that's why I like it, and I thought it would be nice going down the edge. So, let me just have a wee look if I'm I'm going to use this one or no. See, I quite like that, coming out like that. Right, I quite like that. So, let me get a pair of scissors. Just take a piece and just roughly cut it. Let's take this glue. Now I want it quite close to the edge, and you don't need a lot of this glue. It absolutely sticks it just a wee bit. It's got that sort of tip. I like it. And then it stands up like that. So let's see where we're going with this. Pop that there. Just going over the edge. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to leave I'll do the trimming of it all together at the end. I'll let it dry a bit first. So I think I'm going to have the lace every second. Well, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to go for a set number because some of the pages are flip outs and some of them I don't want, because that one I'm going to decorate separately. So we'll have some on this one, this piece. Am I in shot, guys? Yeah. So we'll go for, and I always put it on the front of the page. I know some people put it on the back. Sometimes I have a bit of a mix and match, it just depends. But this time I'm going to put it on the front. So I want to, now it's not going to be, this big piece isn't going to be at the same height on every page. I could cut it and have it, but I quite like it different. It gives it a bit more texture and just a bit more interest. So we'll go with that, and then we'll leave that one, and we'll go with this one, I think. Down the edge. Just give it a wee push down, and then clip. Got that one, then we've got the bag, then we'll leave that one, and we'll go with this one. So as you can see, I'm not adding a lot of this glue at all. I don't think it needs it, to be honest. Right, I'm going to go back to here again to save. I'm going to go up here a bit, because like I said, I don't want it all at the same height. Chop it there, and chop it there. And then we'll go to the next one, and we'll miss that, and we'll miss that, and we'll miss that, and then we'll go with this one. It's actually quite therapeutic putting on the lace. It takes a wee bit of time, but I don't mind doing it. Just sit and add it on. Make sure you press it down. And I mean, this is a big difference from doing it with the hot glue. With the hot glue you end up with bits of lumps and bumps. I like using hot glue, but with thicker fabric. But I don't even know if I would go back to the hot glue with this after discovering this glue. Do you know that? That's how much I like it. So we'll go with, actually I'm going to take that one off because that one's folded and I didn't want it to be. And we'll go down a bit with this one. I'll just put that there. I think this is going to look really nice actually. Fold out, and then we've got that, so then we'll go down this one. I've seen a lot of people using the fabric tack glue. I know Andrea from Auntie May's uses it. I know Siobhan from Pearl and Button got a bottle of it, but it's really expensive. And to be honest, I think it just does the same as this. I'm not sure because I've never used it, but I think it does. But honestly, guys, try this out from the range. I'm absolutely blown away with it. That's why I keep going on about it. I've never used a fabric glue before. I was just using my Anita's tacky glue to put some fabric down, but it didn't stick all fabric and it takes quite a while to dry. But it did work fine. But since discovering this, I think I'm going to stick to this from now on. Okay, so we're in the middle already. So we'll miss that one. And we'll miss that one because that one's a fold out. We'll miss that one and we'll go with this one. I'm really happy the way the stenciling and the stamping turned out in this journal. It's really nice actually. It's not too overpowering. And I'm going to snap that one off here and go back here. Just press that there. Miss that. Miss that, miss that, and we'll go with this one. The good thing about this fabric glue is, well, if you just rub your fingers together, it just comes off like PVA, so it's really good. So then, along this page, and we'll go, that one's a wee bit crushed. So is that one. All these wee bits I will use on tags and ephemera, so it won't get wasted. I'll just use it somewhere else, either in this journal, I will use some of it in this journal, or in other projects. So that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and then we'll go with this one. Isn't that really pretty lace? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Miss that one, miss that one, miss that one. We'll go with this one. It's such a lovely fabric. I'm really happy with the lace that I used on the cover as well. It's lovely. Oops. Pop that on there. And then miss that one. Actually, I'm not going to miss this one because this one's a wee bit tatty on the edge. So I'm going to add a bit of fabric down this one. Just because it is a wee bit tatty and it will just tidy it up. So we'll add that on there. And that's a good thing as well, is it hides if you've got a wee bit of mess down your edge of your paper. So we'll go with that, we'll miss that, and we'll go with this one. So we're almost at the edge already, at the end. It takes no time at all to do it this way. Compared to sewing and compared to doing it with the hot glue gun, it's a lot faster. So I'm going to take that one off again and go up a bit, because I want this one up here a bit. Chop that off, miss that one, miss that one, we'll go with this one. I'm going to be putting on some things onto my blog. It's www.thescottishcrafter.co.uk. I'm going to be putting on some things for sale that I'm going to have, cards and things like that. Some things that I've been making that I think are beautiful, I'm going to put on there to sale. So that will be over the next few days. If you just keep checking that out, guys, and see if there's anything on there that you fancy. Now, I know I've not missed a page for this one, but I'm putting it on here because the last page, I like the stamping and I want to keep it visible. I'll show you that in a wee second. Let's put that on there. Snip that off. Because on the last page, I've got the measuring tapes. I want to keep that. So that is the last of the lace. As you can see, it is beautiful. It's turned out gorgeous. Isn't that lovely? So let's give it a wee press down just to help the glue. And I've still got absolutely tons and tons of this lace on here. And I've got all my wee bits here that I can use as well that I've cut off. So I'll pop them to the side because no doubt I will need them throughout the journal. So let's see. Wait till I get some of this glue off. Give it a wee rub on my finger there. And that's it. Is it? Aye, that's it. Okay. So let's have a look, see, give it a good, now it won't be dry yet, it probably takes a good half hour, I would say, to dry, but let's just go through and see if we've got it on all the pages that I want it on. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that lace. Isn't it gorgeous? And I love how it's at different heights on the different pages. Just make sure it's not sticking to any of the other pages as we go through as well. That's fine. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's fine. That one. Yep. And I'm not going to go ahead and snip them off yet. I'm going to give them another 10 or 15 minutes to dry. And then I will go ahead and snip them off. I'm just making sure now that it's not sticking to any of my other pages, because that would be a bit of a disaster. See, I might use bits on my flip outs and things, but I'm not sure yet. That one's alright. Right, okie dokie. So, I need to pick a wee charm for the side, and then I'm going to stick in some of this ephemera on the inside as well. Let me grab my box of charms. I actually have another big box of charms over there as well, but we'll have a wee look in here and see if there's anything in here that I particularly like. All sorts in here, spoons and all sorts of cabochons. Look at that big spoon. Do you know that way that you just know it when you see it? When you see it and you think, yeah, I don't even know what it particularly is that I'm looking for, but when I'll see it, I'll know what it is. I quite like that leaf. Paris Tower, that's quite nice, I guess. That wee key's nice, I quite like that. Oh, there we go. I knew I would find it when I seen it. A wee pair of scissors to match the sewing scissors. So we'll take key. Let me just make sure there's... Oh, and look. That's knitting right enough. I don't know if I'd put knitting on it. Nah. Knitting goes with knitting. Not really sewing, is it? Nah, I think I'll stick with a wee pair of scissors. I was going to get the other box out and have a look, but no. I'll stick with the scissors because I think they're appropriate. Alright, let's see. So, grab this back in. You see what I mean? How much ribbon I've got left. I didn't need hardly any of that. However, we can use this again within the journal. So even if we snip it off, it's still going to be fine. So all I'm going to do to get this on is cut the ribbon at a really sharp angle. I don't know, wait a minute. Take it away from my tattoo. You might see it a bit better. Cut it at a sharp angle so that I can try and push it through the hole on the charm. And then bring it to the end like that, and again just tie 1 knot, 2 knot, 3 knot, and then I like to leave tails, so I just cut them at an angle like that. And I've got all this ribbon that I can use within the journal, and then I've got my scissors on the side and my wee tails. And that way the person that receives the journal, if they want to add any beads on or anything else, then they can. Right, so now, in that paper pad, the Vintage Chic, there is 2 pages of these ephemera. So I'll put some of them within the book, and then I'll cut out some more and we can use them to make the ephemera and the tags and things that are going to go within. Oh, actually, that's what we've not done. We've not added a piece on here. Now, let me see, because I thought I did. I kept a piece of this beautiful shimmery lace to go across the top of this pocket because I really liked it. And I knew it was just a wee piece, and I thought, right, that will fit in somewhere. So I'm going to go across here just a wee bit. Place that there, and I want the, you know how it matches, see how this bit I've got it coming down the edge here, I want that to go across the top of the pocket. So just press it down, make sure it sticks, and then snip it to the edge. And I'm even going to keep that wee tiny piece because that might go on a tag. Pull this along. I'm actually going to put another layer because it's deeper than what I thought that would be. Put that there, press it down, and that will dry nicely on top of that pocket. Didn't that sewing machine look lovely on that inside page? I like that, that looks really nice. Right, let's see, what have we got? Well, that's going to have a large tag in it. Obviously I've not made that yet. Let's see, lingerie, will that go there? Will that go there? I've got this wee one that says Reuben lingerie. I'm going to put that on, and this is just going on with the Anita's tacky glue, so I can get it to come out. Okay, let's see where we want that. There, I would say, on the edge of the lace, so just push that down. That looks pretty cool. Leave that there. And that, see that lace in the edge, didn't that look beautiful? I like that, it looks really pretty. Right, so let's see, what else have we got? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like that the way it is, I don't think that needs anything else. This one here, yep, we'll go with a wee sewing themed bodice, because these are like the ones, they're supposed to be like, you know, like the fake, like the, what do you call them again, like the mannequins, and you know, and it's, the fabric's getting made, so it's like a dressmaker's mannequin, that's what I'm trying to say. So we've got that, we've got that, and we've got the stamp in there. This we flip out, I'll maybe put that there. actually I'm not going to bother with that because I don't know what I'm going to put on the flip outs yet. And I didn't want to put something on it and then it ends up getting covered up. So we'll put it on here, like that. Can you guys see that, man? Shot there, sorry. Then we've got that page, then we've got the wee thimble. And we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. Got the sewing machine, maybe something here. We roll of fabric. Just go there. Then we've got the scissors, the lace, the doily, the stamping. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm going to have enough to go through. Where is the centre of my book? There it is there. So if we have 1, 2, 3, and say I put another 2 on this side. So if we go to that, to here, and I'll put this bodice down here. That one can go there, and that one's got the stamping on it. That's a flip out. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. That one's my music. That one's got stamping. That one's the stamping. I think we'll put the Paris one here, because this will be decorated as well eventually. So then we'll go to the other side and let's have a wee look. That one's got stamping, that one's got stamping, that one's stamping, that one. I think we'll add a wee bodice here. Like that. There. That one's got stamping, stamping, lace, stamping. Plenty of interest on these pages, plenty of interest on these. Maybe. That one's got plenty of stamping. That one's a flip out, I think. Here we'll put this one. So this is really when the fun part starts of the journal. I mean, it's all fun, but when you start being able to decorate it and put all your bits and pieces in, this is the bits that I start to like now, because you'll notice over the next couple of parts, it's just, you can start to put, you know, your own stamp on it, and it starts to get fun putting all the bits and pieces in. So lastly, I think I'm actually going to put her down the bottom. And we'll just pop her there, kind of half on the lace and half off the lace. Okay, and then the final thing I'm going to do today in this part is take these scissors, make sure they're sharp, and let's cut off the excess pieces of lace on each page. Okay, that one's all right. This one here. This lace is beautiful. I know I have to keep saying it, but it's really lovely. So the next time we come back, we will be doing fold outs, pockets and tags. So I would say there is maybe only 2 parts left. And the last part will be just really just going over it, making sure everything's where it should be, and a flip through, a final flip through. So not too many parts left now. But the next part's really fun, because the next part's when we start adding in all the flip outs and the pockets, and you start making the ephemera and putting in your wee books, and you know, just using up all your wee scraps. So that's really the fun bit, the next bit. Like I said, it's all fun. I like doing it all, but I really like putting in the next bit because it brings the book alive. Okay, almost there with this. Last few wee bits. Like that. And last piece of lace to get trimmed. Okay, so let's make sure all the wee bits are out. Take these all out the way. They can go in the bin. I wouldn't use the wee bits probably again. So that is what we've done today. We've bound it. We've put on our wee charm. Actually, I didn't really like that name too long. Snip that a wee bit. We've done our pocket here, which we've put the lace on. I've put on the sewing machine. We've added all the lace to the pages. We've added the ephemera to the pages. And I think it's starting to look really, really, really lovely. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this wee craft with me. Let me know if you've been crafting along, what you've been making. And the next part, hopefully, will be on Wednesday, hopefully. If not, it won't be long anyway, and I'll get to the next part because I really want to get this journal finished. I'm just doing a quick flip through again just to make sure none of the pages are stuck together. Okay, so you can see it's starting to be fat already, and that's without adding any of the ephemera or anything into it. So yeah, hit me a thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think of the journals coming along, and I will see you all again soon. Bye bye.